Welcome. Thank you so much for just coming in and chatting with me and allowing me to kind of talk to you a little bit about the journey I've taken, what worked for me, and what I really think can work for you, and why I think it could work for you, and how I think it could work for you. So, as many of you may or may not know, I have just gone through a lot of different traumatic situations in my life, from my mother being on drugs to her being stabbed to death when I was a teenager. I know, starting a little bit heavy, but I'm going somewhere with this. To being sexually assaulted multiple different times. And then most recently being divorced in a very public divorce and just really having to start all over again. And in so many ways, I had to kind of keep coming back, bouncing back. And I realized one thing. I have been an ordained pastor for about 20 years, but I've been in ministry serving people and families and caring for them for over 30 years. And I was able to have the opportunity to study families, to, from cycles of great, wonderful things happening in their life, to devastating situations, to loss, to grief, to celebrations. I've been able to walk thousands and thousands and thousands of people through situations, and I've noticed some things. I've noticed for us, especially as women, that we carry a lot. We carry a lot of people's hopes, their expectations. We get trained into not wanting to disappoint our parents and not be rebellious to our husbands, not embarrass our children. A lot of times we are expending our energy and we're living for the approval and the praise and to find a place, of respect in somebody else's life. And I saw women wore out. I saw women struggle to find their place. I myself struggled to find my place in different scenarios, right? And felt like we, in some ways, had this obligation in a way to feel we needed to back up and play smaller, to feel that if we weren't lifting someone else up and supporting someone else and giving to someone else, then we were just bad Christian women. We were just not good at all. And I do believe that some of that carries over to men, right? In terms of their pressures and having to perform and having to lead when they haven't been taught to lead. And so for some of us, we've just kind of had the Cinderella story over and over. Someone is going to come and rescue us. Somebody's going to drive their white horse and pick us up and make everything okay. And I realized, just observing, that women wanted more. And so I had to go to the Bible when I was in this situation now, having to start over, totally emotionally wrecked and lost and wondering, questioning my calling, my purpose. Why did I exist? Just having to scramble all over again, and really felt stuck to the routine I had of the past, stuck to the rhythm that I had of the past, stuck to the expectations and the ideologies. I was just stuck in a lot of different ways. And now, how was I going to actually move forward when I had been in the same situation or place for 30 years? Like, how was I going to do that? So what I did was I had to go to the Bible, right? And I realized that it didn't matter if I was male or female. It didn't matter if I was divorced or single. It did not matter what my station was in life. The last command that God gave us, the last command Jesus gave us, was for everybody. And he said, "Go ye, therefore, and teach all nations." And I realized that as women, we are charged with the responsibility to teach the younger women, right? And it doesn't have to be age younger, right? It just has to be that we have something that we learned. There's an experience that we have gone through. There's some knowledge we've gained. There's some education we've had. There's some life lessons, right? There's some things that we have, and we have that responsibility to go and teach other people, to go and let other people know and give them the shortcuts to success by letting them learn from our mistakes and our triumphs, to learn from the things that we know, that we can save them time. And so I realized that, God was still calling us as women to do really great things, starting with taking what you have, taking what you know, and teaching it. And so I ended up having to pivot my whole life, and I found that doing digital products was the best way. Creating an automated business that was going to make money on autopilot for me while I needed to mentally recover, emotionally recover, financially recover. I needed something that was low-hanging fruit enough, quick enough to learn, quick enough to turn around, quick enough to teach others. I needed, not super fast where it's impossible, but I needed something that was the lowest investment in time, in attention, financially, and time. You know, I needed something that was low-hanging fruit. And because digital products gives you the opportunity to automate your business, but here's a kicker. It gives you the freedom to use what you already have. You don't have to go to college for it. You don't have to go to university. You don't have to be a specialized surgeon to do it. All you have to do is take what you know and love people enough to serve them by selling them a program and a product that you can help them save time, that can solve things for them. So here's what I ended up doing, right? And these are some steps that you can do as well to start your online turnaround. Because number one, social media has billions and billions and billions of people on there. And we have the opportunity to tap into all those people. I know you may get afraid and say, I don't want to show my face. I'm not really personal like you. I know you may have those concerns, but that's the beauty of this kind of business. You don't have to show your face. And you can do it whether you're a nurse, you're a school teacher, whether you're a mom, you're a manager, or there's some kind of skill that you have. And so one, you have to create an offer, right? You have to create an offer. What would you sell, right? What kind of things could you sell? I know you kind of like, what would I do? So in I think that what you can do is start with where you're passionate or where you're compassionate. What fires you up or what breaks your heart? Start there. Is it single moms? Is it fatherless boys? Is it job transitions? Is it resume writing? You know, what is it that fires you up or breaks your heart? Start there to start creating what kind of product or offer you would want to create. Do you want to create a high ticket offer, which would mean that it's like $2,500 or more? Do you want to create a low ticket offer, which could be $27 to $97? Do you want to create a mid ticket offer, anything like $200, $300 to $997? Where would you want to create that? Then the next thing you're going to do is actually get the software, things like Canva, things like ChatGPT. You're going to get things like Stand Store or Beacon Store. You're going to use any of those kind of things. You can use Stripe for your processor. These different tools that you're able to use, and these are the automated systems that you're able to learn. And I know it sounds like a lot, but really they're geared towards digital creation. They're geared towards digital selling. So they walk you through with pictures and everything from step by step that you can totally start this on your own. And the beauty of it is you can create something really, if you're really good and really slick and you're a good student, you can really turn something around in a day. I have tested a friend of mine, his name is Forrest, and I tested him within one day. And I want to say that we made $300 by the end of the day. Met him for lunch, helped him create a product, sat him through, walked him straight through it, and by the end of the day told him exactly what to do, because now you have to market it, right? Put it on your reels, put it on your story, do those kind of things. And then by the end of the day, I want to say he made about $300 in one day. So it can be done within a day. It's better to be done when you kind of plan it out a little bit better, but it can be done in a day, to prove my point. I've had other people that have created their coaching programs or mentorship programs, or created handouts and guides and checklists and ebooks and just classes, different things. All of that falls on the digital products. And so for me, I have a heart to help you get unstuck, because I have been stuck. I have been stuck emotionally. I have been stuck financially. When I saw my bank account in negative $566, never had that in a long time. I knew I could not stay the same place. Mentally thinking that I was just not going to make it. How would I turn around? How would I pivot from this place? All of those things, right? My reputation, influence, all of those things were just happening at the same time. And I felt trapped and I felt stuck. But how many of you know there's always a way out? And what I want to encourage you today is see me as a testimony. See me as a witness. The plaque on the back there, it says 100K. I was able to make 100K in digital products alone in less than 9 months. I was able to make 100K in 90 days with more than one stream of income. And I share that in my Imagine More Masterclass. I have a free masterclass that is coming up, and I will put the link below and you can definitely sign up for it. And I'll give you my exact system on the different ways in which I leverage not only digital products, but other different things to create 100K within 90 days. But what I want to just share with you right now is you don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be trapped. You can live a purpose-filled and purpose-driven and purpose-exciting life, because you can have a lot of money, but if you don't know why you're here and you don't know what you're doing and you're not in that sweet spot, you're going to be resentful and you're going to still feel stuck. So in my program, Imagine More Academy, we have a community. And in that community, here's all the different things that go down in the community. Number one, we have spiritual disciplines. That means we have Bible study, which means how to study the Bible. We have, different modules, whether it's spiritual warfare, how to hear God, how the Bible came about being, different influences in the Bible. Is it real? Is it true? Putting fact to the Bible versus Instagram posts. We have so many different things regarding just Bible, kind of like a school. We have online services that are inside there to get you motivated and encouraged for the week. We have prayer. We have Bible study itself, where we're taking scriptures and verses and going through there, not how the Bible works, but Bible study. Then we also have emotional transformation and emotional recovery. I am certified in right brain therapy under Jerry Mungandazi, and we talk about the brain, we talk about renewing the mind, we talk about mindset, we talk about how to recover from trauma, how your past won't hold you hostage, what to do when triggers come, how to recognize it, how can you see that so you don't pick the wrong environment, the wrong job, or the wrong person to enter into your life, the wrong friend. How do you recognize patterns in yourself and in others? How do you help your kids if you have kids? So we do emotional recovery and development, right? Personal development. We also go even into that and talk about purpose, helping you to discover your purpose. Why are you here? What is your assignment? Where should you be going? Right? What should you be doing with that? And then we cover credit repair. Why? Because we have the spiritual, we have the emotional, but we want to get you on the way to financial freedom. And a lot of times is building integrity with our credit. You're going to need to know how credit works, because when it's time for you to launch your business, you also want to know how business credit works. So we start totally in our Imagine More Academy, building community. You're with other people who are on the same thing. We're hungry for God. We're passionate about the word. We want to change other people's lives. We want to live the calling that God has in our life. We want to fulfill purpose. We're tired of being stuck. We know that our jobs are just not it. We may be doing well in our jobs, but there's something purposeful. We may have a non-profit on the inside of us. So inside of our community, we have ministerial training. We'll talk about, creating a Bible study and, all the different ways that we can be doing what God has said to us to do, to go ye therefore and teach all nations. So I want you to partner with me. I want to be your possibility partner. I want to take you from stuck to start and into purposeful and profitable income. I want you to kick the 9-to-5 eventually and become the CEO of your life. I want you to stop asking for permission and begin just asking for wisdom. I want you to maximize your potential in God. I want you to live that life of dominion and wisdom, and that Proverbs 31 woman who was a businesswoman and she was able to balance and manage so many things. I want you to just stand in, and your children able to see that you have finished the race. You ran the course. You're able to just say, I have done everything I was here on the earth to do. I don't want you stuck. I don't want you cowardly. I don't want you to be fretful. I don't want you to worry. I don't want you panicking. I want you strong, bold, courageous, always abounding in faith, prosperous, creating generational wealth, fulfilling your dreams, no matter how old you are or how young you are. I started after 50. I want you living your most purposeful life, your best life. I want you to wake up with joy and strength and encouragement and inspiration. This is the desire I want for all of us. And I am able to take all the things that I've learned and help you get there much faster. So click the link below and join Imagine More Academy. I cannot wait to see you for a very, very small monthly fee. You get to come in and you get all of the things that I described, because my heart is to raise up men and women, predominantly women, but believers who are so courageous that they really stand bold like a lion. They put the imprint of God everywhere, and they're able to see not only are we prosperous, but we're peaceful, we have joy, and we are walking in our absolute best purpose. I can't wait to see you in the community. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very, very soon.